Okay, we're on live. Chuck, hello.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yeah, it's very nice to see you after your long trip.
Yes.
Back from Tunisia. What were you doing there?
I was at the TET conference, which is like the Tuscan conference, only with Tunisian teachers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the Tunisian Association of Teachers of English conference.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, there's about 200 people there. And it was their third conference. They're trying to get something going there. And it's fabulous teachers.
Nice.
And I had the good...
Back from Tunisia. What were you doing there?
I was at the TET conference, which is like the Tuscan conference, only with Tunisian teachers.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, there's about 200 people there. And it was their third conference. They're trying to get something going there. And it's fabulous teachers.
Nice.
And I had the good pleasure of replacing somebody who couldn't go at the last minute. And somebody said, they called me and said, can you come? I was like, it was a day when I didn't know what I was doing. And I said, Tunisia, okay.
Had you ever been to Tunisia before?
I had never even thought about going to Tunisia before. Now that I've been there, I can tell you should put it on the list because fabulous food, great beaches, really inexpensive. So.
Well, nice. It sounds kind of similar to ours.
Yeah, it's like Sicily with Tunisians.
Nice. So we're going to talk to you a little bit today about iTDi and who you are and how you are involved with Toscan. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I'm a materials writer. I wrote a bunch of course books and I've taught in universities for a long time. And I don't do the university teaching anymore. Instead, I devote most of my energy to teacher training projects, mostly through the iTDi, which stands for the International Teacher Development Institute, which I set up with good people like Barbara Haskins-Sakamoto and Stephen Herder and John Fenslow, and all kinds of wonderful human beings. Scott Thornberry is one of us.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people involved in that, isn't there?
Yes.
So what's it all about, really?
Well, all of us who said it, we're all textbook authors. We did a lot of publication tours for our publishers, and we found out that around the world, something like about 80% of the teachers teaching English are untrained. Mm. And they are untrained because they can't afford to be trained. And they don't feel like they're part of the international teaching community at all. These are people who will ride a bus 11 hours across Indonesia for a publisher's event because that's the only option they have for professional development. They're the kind of people who would love to learn, but they cannot generally afford to even consider taking a CELTA or something like that. Mm. And even to attend a conference like Toscan is out of their reach. So we decided to build a program that's online and affordable. So we mostly work with teachers in the developing world. Yet at the same time, we have started a series of advanced classes. We call them advanced courses, but they're really a month that you can spend online learning with, like, just if you're in ELT, just make a list of your who would you like to spend a month with learning. Mm. So we've had Scott Thornberry and Penny just last month. We had a course with Stephen Krashen. And this month coming up, we're really excited about a course on motivation with Jill Hadfield, who I'm sure you know is one of the world's experts on motivation. So I'm taking that class, and I can't wait.
I've looked at them all. I mean, I haven't been to one myself, but I've looked at them all, and they just haven't fit my schedule exactly, but they all look amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They've been great. And what's really fascinating about them for me is not just the people teaching them, but the community that comes together in the courses. So with Penny or Penny and Scott's, for example, we had people who are, stars in their own right in the ELT field, learning right next to a teacher from Indonesia or Tunisia or someplace who's never been to a conference before, and it's a level playing field.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just really interesting.
And how long do they last, actually?
The courses are 1 month, and we have 4 live meetings, usually on Sundays, and at a time that kind of fits for North America and Europe and Asia.
And how do they work for someone who's never been to one before?
As live sessions, as I said, but we also make use of the iTDi forums, which are like a place on the iTDi website to post work and to share. A lot of teachers use different tools as well. I see that Jill Hadfield is going to be using a Google community. And Shelley Terrell, she was another one. You can imagine Shelley used kind of different tools to keep us all in touch. The instructor posts assignments, and they're generally collaborative in nature. And so people post, and it's not just the instructor commenting on the work that's done, but other people taking the course commenting as well. So community grows, and usually one of the things that happens is that the learning that takes place far exceeds the expectations of the instructor to begin with. And so where they thought they were going to wind up is not where they wind up, which is out somewhere out here. And so everybody ends up being amazed.
Right. So it sort of organically develops, really, depending on who's.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lesson plan, and there's a syllabus, and there's assignments, but generally some things happen during a course that just take it someplace else. And at the end of the course, participants get either a certificate of participation for the people who just, they come in and they do the minimal amount of work. And then you could also, as a participant, apply to do what's called a certificate of, I have to remember this, a certificate of achievement. That's what it is. You're doing a certificate of achievement with distinction. And if you do really, really good work, one of the participants was showing me that she even had a letter of recommendation written by Stephen Krashen.
Wow.
At the end of the course, along with 25 professional development credit hours. But I was so jealous. I was like, I should have done the work, because I would love to have that letter of recommendation from Stephen Krashen.
Right. So, aside from the advanced courses, I know iTDi has a whole online community beyond just the courses themselves. There's a lot of bloggers and there's a lot of mentors. Can you speak a little bit about what else it does?
Well, just to back up about courses a little bit, we have a course online called English for Teachers, which is for teachers whose first language is not English, want to develop their language abilities more. And we also have a TD teacher development course, which is like 120 hours sort of TESL course.
Right. Okay.
And we can't handle all the people taking the course, so we went around and we asked great people, would you like to work? We can't give you any money, but would you like to work with us? And everybody said yeah. Almost. 95%. You didn't say yes yet. You said maybe later.
Maybe.
You said it was a good idea, but you're really busy with other things.
Well, it is a great idea, but yeah, you're right. Busy takes over sometimes.
Yeah, busy takes over. But those mentors, and I can't even remember the number of mentors we have around the world, but in our professional community, I just mentioned a name like Rose Bard, who I know you know. And she's just right in there. Somebody signs up and takes one of the classes, and Rose is right there, ready to help out. And there's any number of people like that. She just comes to mind first. But we kind of match up participants and EFT and TD courses with a mentor who's going to help them out. And that relationship, too, develops and goes somewhere where we didn't even imagine it would go.
Right. So it's not even just doing a course and then that's the end of it. The community really builds after that, and you build relationships with those people.
Exactly. So one of our aims, as I said, is really to connect teachers around the world. And a large percentage of our teachers who work, and I use the word developing world advisedly, but they don't even know that there's such a thing exists. And so they see that there's this community of teachers, and it just leads in all kinds of good directions.
Well, it's such a fantastic initiative, and I'm very proud that you're so involved with it and involved with even different conferences around the world, including ours, TOSCON.
I was there last year, as you well know. And
how did you find it?
It was one of the best conferences I've ever been to. Really.
That's so great to hear.
It was not just because it was in Toronto, or not because you were such a great organizer. It was just such a nice vibe at the conference. And I was so impressed with the gala dinner on the first night of the conference. I've never seen anything like it at any conference in the world. No. And when I say gala, I mean gala. It was like it's catered, wonderful food with waiters and
Yeah, well, we're doing it again, obviously, this year, for sure. For sure, we're doing it again.
Really nice environment, and then to have dinner followed by a plenary speech, or you call it a keynote. That's Jamie Keddy, who was just fabulous.
Yeah, the format of the dinner is just a little bit different this year. We're having 2 45-minute talks before the dinner this time, so people get to choose from 8 that they want to go to, and then they're going to go to the gala dinner, and we'll have the opening remarks there, and we're setting the plenary for the next day this time.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll give people a little bit more opportunity to socialize during the dinner instead of focusing on a speaker as well, because we found a little bit that it ran a bit late last year, and some people wanted more time to chat. So,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, the dinner's great. The presentations are wonderful. It's nicely organized. Toronto's a great city.
Are you planning on coming back this year?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I'm trying to pin you down right now.
Everything falls into place, which includes my finances. Yes.
Well,
if not, I will be sad.
Yeah, well, we'll be sad too. We absolutely loved having you here. Cool.
If gods of ticketing prevail, I'll come.
Well, so far one has helped, because one of your plans has moved a little bit. So slowly the universe is working its way so you can get here again.
Yeah, I even got a little money out of going to Tunisia.
So what is iTDi going to be doing at our conference this year, whether or not you're there?
Whether or not I'm there, we're going to be giving away some great stuff. And one of the things we'll give away is a couple of registrations for upcoming advanced courses.
Nice.
And the plans for who's teaching in the fall are still kind of in. We have one coming up, I know, next month with Jason Levine, Mr. Fluency MC himself.
Right.
Who's going to be doing rhyme and rhythm in ELT, I think.
Cool.
I'm going to be teaching one in July on bringing poetry into the classroom. So I'm kind of excited about being allowed to join the team of fabulous teachers of that course.
Nice.
And I was like, Barbara, could I teach one? They voted. I was voted in. So
cool. Well, I'm extremely excited that iTDi is taking an active role in our conference again this year. And we, as you mentioned, will be giving away some registrations to your advanced courses. I think maybe on both days, actually.
Yeah, I should mention that those are worth some money, actually, because we ask those who can pay, like people in Canada mostly, for example, $59 for a certificate, basic certificate, and then $99 for the advanced certificate. So,
yeah, so it's a great value to be giving away, that's for sure.
It has some value. And also, if you'd like, we can give away, I don't know how many teachers at Toscan would find this useful, but we can give away a registration to the teacher development course too, if someone would like that.
Wow, that's awesome stuff, Chuck. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I'm sure our teachers will be very, 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 very happy. So hopefully all the teachers who are coming to TOSCON come to both the gala dinner and the plenary, because that's where we're going to be giving away all these types of raffles.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll see you there as well, Chuck.
I hope so. And if you're on the fence watching this thinking, should I come to TOSCON or not, just go. If you can, if the gods of ticketing work for you and the dates work, make it, because you will not regret it. It's really a great conference.
If that's not a promo that's worth putting up, I don't know what it is.
Be there.
Yeah. Okay, so as president of TESL Toronto, I thank you very much for taking the time to, after your jet lag, to talk to us today. And we'll be promoting iTDi in this video. I'll put up the website as well. And of course, you're all through our program. So hopefully we'll see you again. And thanks so much.
Thank you. And we'll be sending on some, as Barbara Hoskins talking about, some swag.
Nice.
Giving away as well.
Perfect.
And before I go, just let me say, I'm really so excited about the great work that Toscan is doing with online conferences like Toe Delta and other things. Just wow.
Yeah, we've got another one coming up this August.
I heard.
Yep, on assessment this time.
That's out of my league, but I'll be watching.
Okay, so thanks so much. I don't want to take up much more of your time.
Okay.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Bye-bye.